And back in Bangkok now, I wanted you to see what our hotel room at the Ramada riverfront looks like. Yes, for the first time in my life, Carol and I have been given, at least first time for me, a suite. Look at this, eh? We're on the Royal Thai floor, the upper floor of the entire hotel. These are some of the nicest rooms in the hotel, and they're overlooking the river, looking into the west. The main part of the city is actually behind us, but gives you the idea. And here is the bedroom. Been in disarray right now because we're packing to leave, but and like I say, this is the nicest hotel room I've ever stayed in. Kind of a almost walk-in closet kind of deal over here on the right. And my beloved bath. Yeah. Today we head back for Darwin through Singapore. I'll be traveling basically all day and all night, arriving in Darwin tomorrow at around 5 in the morning. So it's going to be a bit of a hectic day. Not really hectic, I guess, but tiring, no doubt. Well, one thing I haven't been doing is any video work. We've just been too damn busy. Back in Darwin again since, what was it, Saturday morning? Thursday morning? I have no idea. Anyway, we've been here for a number of days, and we are just working like crazy in this terrific heat. Every day making little improvements, fixing things that were seriously wrong, getting a new satellite phone because the old one burned out its charging circuit, and fixing some things, nothing really major. The engine is working just fine. Started up like it had been left for half an hour. It was quite amazing, but other things have been a little bit more challenging. And packing all the food in for something like 2 months for 3 people. It's quite a bit of food. And we've been trying to do everything we can to find a place to hang this stuff, and there you can see the fruit and vegetables are up in a brand new hammock. Yeah, there've been a lot of little a lot of little improvements and stuff that we've done. And right now I'm just taking a bit of a break before going up and taking a look at the dinghy and getting that set up for the passage. We're just going to come out of Bayview Marina and move around to a anchorage off the Darwin Trailer Boat Club. It's a very, very nice beach, and they have a dock there that they welcome everybody to come ashore on. And so it's a nice last night tonight to stay there, and then tomorrow we head off for Christmas Island. Matt Ray is with us now as the third member of the crew. He seems to be fitting in well with us. He and Carol right now are returning the rental car and maybe making one last stop for something or other before coming back to the boat. And in about 15-20 minutes we're going to contact the marina fella here to lock us out. The water's probably near high tide now, and excuse me, it's about time. Coke, cold Coke. Except for last night, we were at Casa on Gregory Hotel. They have a nice pool and they've got air conditioning, and that's been a really sweet part of the day, is to go back there and have a float in the pool and go out for a meal, and then relax in the air conditioning and really get caught up on sleep and try to launch off again for the next day at about 8 in the morning. Every day has been full, absolutely full of work, and now we're going to see the end of it. I mean, at least the interior of the cabin is kind of clearing out now. You can walk around, where before it was just a pile of stuff everywhere. I ran an extra wire up from the key to the alternator, and we're hoping now that that may solve the overcharging problem that we had last year. And anyway, I'll get back to you a little later when we get more along and out of here, back to the ocean again.
My princess, Heidi, are you high?
Well, today is Saturday. Saturday the 12th of May. We're finally going. A couple days late, I guess. Had some problems to deal with. Latest problem was we didn't know if the autopilot was working, and that could have been a critical problem. But it is working. Seems to be so far. And so now we're heading out. Good brisk wind on our way for Christmas Island. 1,400 miles. I didn't take much video of us getting the boat ready. I don't know whether you wanted to see some of that or not, but it was terrible.
It's horrible.
Hot.
Just hot. And you just stopped with all your strength, but you got to keep pushing. Got to get this done, got to get that done, take 2 steps forward, find something's wrong, back up 1 step. Holy shit. Anyway, we're finally on our way now. We have fish on.
We hope it's fish.
Yes?
Well, we had. Yeah, we got a fish now. See how the bungees slips down?
Alright. This is what he's been promising us.
Hey man,
Didn't
I've only been on the boat we've only been sailing for how long?
A couple hours.
Couple hours?
You're gonna blow us away if you manage to.
Well, man, we're supposed to have 6 of them already by this time.
Oh, please.
Oh, don't drop it.
Don't.
Right.
Okay. I want to wedge. Yeah, that's a good idea. Wedge your butt down there.
All right, let's see what's happening. You see Darwin in the distance there.
He's pulling.
Yeah, I can see him
Yeah.
moving around. The line I can see it anyway.
Can't tell what he is yet.
Oh, it's like a shark.
Oh yeah, it's a shark. Oh, good luck. This is a little shark. Aww.
Yeah, I think I'll let him go.
Yeah, I think so too. They're not good eating. Poor thing's just a little guy.
It's going to be tricky to get that thing out of there with those teeth.
Yeah, I know. Do you need pliers or something?
Yeah, I've got pliers, but I don't know how I'm going to... Ta-da! There's the first
There we
fish.
are. Yeah.
Yeah. What is it, black tip or white tip?
Black tip.
Black tip. Oh, just a little one too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good morning. It's about it's a little after 7 o'clock in the morning. This is our beginning of our second full day at sea. On the way from Darwin to Christmas Island. And I thought you might be interested in seeing what a typical day is like. Of course, they all start a little differently because we're on shifts. Watches. I had the watch from 12 until 4 in the morning. So I've had about 3 hours of sleep or so. Carol's been watching the ship. We've been moving along very nicely. The wind has been brisk but not too bad. 15 to 20 knots. And the terrible rolling that went on all the first day has kind of eased off a little bit and things are not quite so bad now. So, thought I'd show you what it's like to be on board a sailing boat going from point A to point B. We've got something over 1,200 nautical miles left to go. Turn that off for the time being. That boat's in constant motion. There she is. Oh, it looks nice out.
Yes, it is. Yeah. You're up earlier than I expected.
Yeah. That's all. I just woke up. 3 hours, I guess, is all I needed. Sort of getting into the swing of things a little bit.
Well, because I guess you slept from 8 to 4 pretty well, did you?
I can't remember. What did I do last night?
Oh no, you were up midnight.
Yeah. Anyway, the first thing I always do is pop up and see what's going on. Look forward to make sure we're not running something down or something isn't running us down.
Oh, it's very quiet.
All right.
Definitely pleasanter than yesterday.
Yeah. Once down below, I'd like to check to see that the instrument light has been turned off. We have it on at night. It just illuminates the compass, that's all. And Carol's remembered to turn that off, which is great. The navigation lights are off. Good. And the battery's at 63%. That came down from about 91 at the height of yesterday. So that's not too bad. That's sustainable. But today we're not going to get back into the 90s, I don't think, without some help from the engine. Oh, battery's running low, the computer says. Alright. We unplug all this stuff at night to try to give the boat's batteries a little bit of a break. So we unplug the laptop and just let it run off its own battery, and everybody's supposed to shut off their chargers and stuff like that. And one thing that I noticed is that I don't have open, what's it called? Open CPN running. because OpenCPN using the GPS dongle, here's ours in a little bit worse state of affairs, takes a tremendous amount of power. Unbelievable. I hadn't realized how much that takes, but so turn that off for the night. And now it's time to see if I can rustle up some breakfast. I hear there's some muesli or something over here behind the netting.
I am with my granola bar.
Yeah.
Breakfast as usual.
The morning granola bar. Matt's awake now too.
Barely.
He's typing out an email. I'm gonna get some. I'm gonna send one out myself and get weather, and then send it out on the satellite phone in a few minutes. Find out what the weather has in store for us. And I've been thinking about making some coffee.
Oh, are you? Good for you.
Yeah. Well, making water is not something we do every day, but and with these weight conditions, there was no way I could even film myself doing it, trying to juggle all the things I had to hold on to. But we got the water maker running, tested the water, still doing very well at 277 parts per million of dissolved solids. And so now we're going to put about 100 liters over 3 hours and a bit into the tank, because people are asking for showers. So we're going to try to keep the tank filled up to that. The wind is back up again a little bit, not quite as comfortable as it was there yesterday. So now we're dealing with a bit more rocking and rolling. Well, we were contacted on the VHF by the Border Force, and about 5 minutes later, after a little talk with us, they flew over in their Dash 8, and you know what? I had the camera beside me, didn't even think about filming it. So, my bad. I suspect we may see them again sometime here before we leave Australian waters. And now it's lunchtime. Yo ho me hearties. But don't worry, that's mainly Coke. Just a little tiny bit of rum in there. We're going to try to get to Ashmore Reef before the light gets too dim tomorrow afternoon. And that, I think we're going to try to stay there for a day or so at Ashmore Reef. Well, one of the more unusual ships to pass us by, the Barclay Pearl. Don't really know what it is. Oh, I don't know. That'd be a pretty horrible looking passenger ship. I'm wondering if it's some sort of a, I don't know, natural gas carrier or something like that.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
It's our 4th full day at sea.
We're running out of fresh vegetables.
Yeah.
Slowly but surely.
Yes.
Still.
We're going to be drinking our own urine pretty soon. Except for me, I started 2 days ago. I like it.
Go ahead, start.
Well, the sea continues kind of boisterous, but it's a situation you can't really get, I don't know, critical about, because we're moving quickly. The waves are not unusual for this wind. The wind is in the low 20s right now, but we're making excellent headway. We're almost halfway to Christmas Island. Starting off with the second longest passage of this season has been a real sudden wake-up call to us, and the days just kind of drift by. not too quickly. We figure we'll be halfway tomorrow. That'll be the 5th full day at sea. About 1,400 nautical miles. And it's no day sail. It's Thursday morning. Matt has caught a fish. Still on?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Or something. Maybe a plastic bag, I guess.
Oh. Yeah, it's not doing a lot of fighting.
Yeah, it's a plastic bag.
Oh dear. Well, you're helping to rid the seas of that scourge. Arr. Yes, I know. It's been a long time since I was videotaping anything here.
What's up?
But really, who wants to watch a boat 9 days at sea, eating lunch, laying down, doing your watch, not doing your watch? I don't know, it just goes on and on.
Stay back. Stay back, my sail. Stay back.
There's Matt at the bow,
Full of wind. Full of wind.
talking to the sail. Yeah, I don't know. There really wasn't an awful lot to talk about through all these days. And now we're only like half a day away from Christmas Island. Yes, it actually has been very boring, so I couldn't be filming very much, but we're arriving now. It's been a long 9 full days at sea. When we get there, it'll be 9.5 days.
We need to put a little friend away. A little friend must disappear from now. We must put a little friend away because he's been very horrible.
Yes. That's what life is like in the boat.
And for some reason, the Windex suddenly works.
Yes, our Windex is working. The direction and speed indicator suddenly has come alive out of the blue. We have no idea why.
The very last day.
Tequila brought it back to life.
We must have poured enough tequila on it.
Yeah, I don't know. Neptune really does like us. I think he was just playing with us a little bit, having a little bit of a joke. But now he's been very nice, and we'll see what happens, if it stays or not. The morning of May 22nd, and Christmas Island is just starting to appear in the mist. Well, after letting our batteries, the house batteries, get down to about 66%, we weren't able to, 64 actually, we weren't able to start the motor. We had to wait until the sun got a little higher and burned off some clouds, and then we could start the engine. We're back in business again, but we need to get a dedicated start battery. So, in the background there we are, Christmas Island.
No sign of Santa yet.
No. Jingle bells, jingle bells.
Oh well.
They came out to check if we were asylum seekers.
Is that what he said?
Yeah.
Yeah, they have a lot. That's a big problem.
Said they were calling us on 16, but we weren't hearing anything. We weren't hearing them. So anyway, they came out to check us out. This is where they load the phosphate onto the big ships.
Phosphate flavored ice cream.
That's the industry here. And once having gone through the formalities of clearing in, you have to clear in here and also at Cocos Keeling, just as if you're changing countries, but it's all part of Australia. It's a way that they keep track of everybody's whereabouts up here in a location which is ripe for illegal immigration from Indonesia. So we're on our first little outing, a little walk off to the settlement, where I hope to be able to find a 12-volt battery, starter battery for the boat, because we got to do something about that. Ooh, come to Papa. Yes, we found at Tony's Better Boating Shop a fix-it place. A really nice guy, Tony, and he's the guy who sold me this AGM type battery. Similar technology. It's not actually AGM, but has the similar charging profile. And we're here at the Golden Bosun, and we're going to be having dinner here in about an hour and a half when they start cooking. And tonight we're at the Chinese restaurant. So today we're doing a taxi tour with Chris. He's the island taxi guy. There he is.
There you go.
I was thirsty.
It was the original power station, and you can see all the concrete platforms and all that. There's all the big generators and such. This Kogas Padang used to be what we call the Mandor's quarters, which used to be the basically the slave traders and everything like that for back in the day when the coolies were here. And that's only been recently done up for accommodation. This was the original hospital through here. Well, not the original one, it was about the third one actually. The original one was burnt down in 1918, I think it was, with one of the nurses had enough of the conditions, and there was a big bout of berry-berry going through the island. And she burned it down to force them to build another one. Definitely, somebody's taken it over and dedicated it to the coolies instead.
Oh, okay.
Which I personally think is a bit rude. Regardless what side of the war you're on, they all had their passionate reasons for doing what they've done. This is a grotto up here. We'll just park on the right hand side and we'll walk over to it. We also have the golf course up here, which is absolutely stunning golf course. Basically you can dive into it? Oh yeah, yeah, you can dive into it, yeah. Just be careful coming down here, so you get a bit long. The biggest problem with the red crab is that they actually dehydrate. And that's why they try and stay underneath the shade and in their holes as much as possible. they can walk across a 200-metre field and actually die when the sun's out because they dehydrate that quickly.
I was there for that.
Oh, yeah, we put in extra ones.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, and quite often they'll tie up to each other 2 or 3 abreast. Yeah. Also get a lot of school training.
About an inch away from him, he's not
A
moving.
lot of school students and stuff coming through with 3 masks. There's so many millions of these things. There's a lot of talk of right. The what? There's rocket. And it is the pool's most drinking hole.
Crab right there.
A shoe size.
Oh, yeah.
Also has nice white sandy sand. As you've noticed, being around the island, there ain't too much sand. It's a lot of rock and coral. Just over here and the left is quite nice.
So people jump in there all the time?
Oh yeah.
And this is where you said the water's cooler, right?
It's much cooler. Yeah. You mostly get down to about 40 after like 22 degrees.
So how often do people come out here? All the time?
There's some people here today. Sometimes you get a bit of waste coming through, unfortunately. You can go right through to the ocean. You have to know what you're doing.
This is the Nui Nui Buddhist temple for the god of the sea.
About 19 people on the island, I think there is. There's quite a few scattered around.
And this is Lily Beach, a very popular beach with people on the island. Good for fishing as well, apparently, just off the shore here.
Yeah, these are these pandanus trees, and they're quite a vicious plant. The serrations on the sides here, they can really cut you up.
Oh, yeah.
And as you can see, they're just so thick. Would have been interesting to see how they eat when they first started getting through this lot.
Brown-footed boobies. The only ones that nest on the ground.
They also get some in the trees on the other side of the island.
What are you doing with those sticks?
Just trying to re-nest its nest a bit for a bit more shelter.
Oh, my goodness.
There's not too many places you can get up nice and close like this.
Way, man. This is crazy.
Yeah.
And just a few meters away, there's another couple here.
Amazing. Well, when I first met him, after I talked to him first, why'd you guys in the head this way?
So I'm about 3 meters away.
Oh, that's scary off a little.
Yeah, I think it was scaring me off a little bit.
Got a couple over here, they're just sitting on eggs at the moment. They can nest up here for 5 to 6 months. By the time they lay their eggs and the young ones grow big. There's actually quite a decent size place over there. When they first built it, that's right, yeah. When they built it, they were so big statues of dinosaurs. So you go past the boat and you look up and you see sitting out in the middle of the jungle. Yeah, which is quite a bizarre feeling down past there. Unfortunately, photos over the years destroyed them. We also have another boat racing around the corner. 12 inch nose.
Is one of the farms, large farms here. They don't do a lot of farming, but this is a fellow who has been trying to make a go of it.
Really, really good for fishing. Oh wow, yeah, fantastic. I can show you where a bunch of that is down the cove if you want to take some on board. And
Oh, yeah,
turn
for
you
sure, that'd be
rice
great.
and all that. It's
Yeah,
very nice.
great.
Yeah, really, really good for the cook. Which you'll find in other places in the world. The golden one is only,
This one
only
right
on
here in the tree
China.
right there. The dark bird right there on top of it.
A second ago there was a golden bosun bird. Oh, there he is.
Oh yeah, they do get big.
Wow.
They do get big.
Oh, there's another one. The gold one.
A little pawpaw salad.
Mm.
Where you've got quite a few Filipinos and Thais that love making that. So we had they had a train system. They went all the way over from where you guys are staying right up to here. And went all the way through the jungle.
Okay. What's for transporting people? Or?
People and product.
Oh.
So the kids would actually go to school in town.
So what were they doing over here then?
For phosphate mining.
Ah.
Yeah, it was all for the phosphate. Huge deposits of phosphate out there. The biggest wild part of the town.
This is what year?
Wow. And so apparently, and behind me here, they buried the whole town. 3,000 people that had lived in this town. They were all moved out and they buried the town. Weird.
Jail cell over there. So yeah, the amount of time and effort they would have gone to build these stone walls.
Yeah.
Such labour-intensive work back then. It would have been hard going. But, a lot of the tracks, the mine actually closed around the mid-70s. And
Oh, this is the train station?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's the original train station. It's good that they've left that there at least. But they pulled up most of the iron when the locals bought the mine, and they used the money for that to buy more machinery and stuff like that. So it was good to see that they actually done some recycling back then. Yeah, that's the old jail cell in there.
Jail cell, huh? And more ruins down there.
Oh, yeah.
Water blast just not long ago.
Was it a group trying to preserve this place? Or?
Yeah, yeah.
So there is a group in
There's a committee.
yeah.
But, not much has been getting done. They revamped this about a year. Unfortunately, they didn't get to see it because of all the cloud cover. But, there's a book on the island called Suffering Through Strength, and there's a big write-up about him and the endeavours to find out what was going on with lunar eclipse. Done by freehand. Absolutely amazing fellow.
This is the largest
7 or 8 guys.
shrine here on the island.
7 guys, I don't know who the lady is. What the lady does.
Well, usually the Buddhists.
The board here in front is to keep the crabs out.
Thank you.
The other drums here as well, and the cymbals as well.
And so people gather and play these drums and stuff?
Yeah, yeah.
Certain times of the year?
Certain times of the year. And you'll get somebody out here every day tending the place as well, and morning up here and set sticks and Tourists out here that have travelled to get things blessed here, actually.
Yeah, strangler figs, eh?
Yeah, those strangler figs. They're amazing how they start from one root and then just all start binding together and form a massive tree.
Mm-hmm.
So that used to be a bunch of vines, huh?
That's, yeah, there's one single vine and then they'd all join up and then just wrap around each other and we also have another track through there called the Boulder Track, which is quite an interesting track, but it takes a fair while to walk, getting trees through there.
As soon as we got out of the car, you could hear this roaring. That's as creepy as the spider monkey or the howler monkeys in Panama. Holy cow. If you heard that, you just pull the blankets over your head.
Right there.
Oh yeah.
Not much visible action, but that's amazing. It's just amazing. Wow. We'll go down there and take a look at the other ones. Wow. Wow.
So I guess people wander out there, huh?
Oh yeah.
They do?
Is it okay to do that?
They actually walk out over this stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Wow, it's not easy to walk.
No, that wouldn't be
There's
fun.
little tracks they go just to the left of us, little tracks that you walk around.
Oh.
It's not so bad. Some rivers here. We've got some just see one of our fishing poles through there.
Oh, that's weird. What do? They migrate down to the sea and then back?
Yeah, they do that twice. They go down for a bit of a wash, then they go back up again, and then they come back down to lay their eggs. And they follow the same track every time.
Oh.
It's,
So you're talking about 3 months, basically.
information about it. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
But yeah,
Says they catch birds with them.
they'll catch baby birds, small birds.
Is it cold? Alright, what's the happening with my pen? Sweat running down my nose. Smile, Brian. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's okay. Oh.
Get right under it, right under the big one. Really invigorating. Get under the big scope.
That's good enough.
Oh, come on.
As you've probably noticed, these crabs are everywhere, these red crabs. They're toxic to humans, so that's why there are so many of them here. They aren't touched by human beings, and they're really protected. Of course, Christmas Island has that famous red crab migration that you can see on various data sources, you know, like National Geographic and stuff. That November migration is quite spectacular, with the crabs just basically heading back to the ocean. They go back and forth a few times for various things, and in that same time period, so for about 3 months, the roads are almost impassable, and they will close a lot of them to prevent carnage among the crabs. And as you saw earlier in this video, they have this fencing that they put up. Some of it is permanent metal fencing, and others temporary plastic fencing they put up to guide the crabs to pass the road underneath those what look like cattle grids. And there's supposed to be a lot of other crabs in this area too. Here's a whole bunch of customers. There's blue crabs and nipper crabs, and also the gigantic, what they call robber crabs, which are like the coconut crabs of Niue. The same thing. But we haven't seen any of the large robber crabs on this walk. There were supposed to be many of them around, but we haven't seen them on the walk. But we've seen them from the car as we've been driving along. Here's a blue crab. He just crawled down that hole there.
You can just see his claw.
I can't get a good view of him. Leave me alone, you
I'm running
guys.
away from you guys.
Leave me alone. Okay, speaking of robber crabs. Yes. Yes. That is no trick photography there. What's the matter, buddy?
Now this boy, he must be about 35 years old, I'd say.
Okay.
He's about 3.5 kilo.
You call that a coconut crab or a robber crab?
Yeah, well, coconut crab, rock crab's the same thing. The reason why we call it robber crab over here is when we go to the beach and go for a swim, they come and pinch your picnic and anything that's shiny like a magpie basically, and they disappear with things.
Yeah, it's the same in Niue.
Right, yeah. A few people have lost car keys and been stranded and all kinds of things. But as you can see, they're quite a docile animal.
Oh, yeah.
And you'll see around the island quite a few of them have got a smaller front nipper than the other. And that's the locals going around taking one nipper off a few crabs because they grow them back. So that way they can still have the meal and still have the crab survive. But yeah, they are absolutely amazing creatures. They really are.
This guy's trying to get away under the log, I guess.
Yeah, trying to hide, but we can see you, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this guy here is tall. It's actually a wee bit smaller than that, so when he was younger, somebody might have grabbed this.
He looks like he might be even bigger, but maybe not. Pretty similar?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, there we go. One of the original trains still hanging around there.
One more of them, and that's up at the dump, unfortunately. We've been trying to lobby the local government to doing something about them. But yeah, this is the crab bridge.
Yeah, a crab bridge for crabs to cross over.
Again, they're funneled by the curtains.
And they can climb that?
Yep, they climb it.
Incline?
Yep.
Wow.
And that's got the mesh on it, like the boardwalks. When we first done it, we had plywood with sandpaper on it.
Oh.
And lasted a while, rocked out, basically.
Huh. This is a lookout over the Flying Fish Cove. There's Prince Diamond in the center of the screen. And their dinghy is still there at the dock. Right
Yep.
in the center of the screen.
Always a good sign.
Yeah.